Hello again. Today is Tuesday, the 19th of June, 2018, and this is my fourth video in my first series. Today, I'm inspired to talk on a somber note. It's not so much a warning as a caution. Allow me to explain. With all the information that is arising from so many different sources, there is no doubt in my mind and heart that our Earth, our solar system, our galaxy is to experience an event. This event has got everything to do with our sun. I believe I've mentioned all this before. This seems to occur every 26,000 years. And it seems to be the precursor to a big push in the evolution of all life forms in our galaxy, not least of which humankind. It is known that we are using such a miserable proportion of our minds and that we don't see the full spectrum. In fact, only 5% of the light spectrum, which means that we only see 5% of what actually is existing. That's a somber thought, isn't it? And we don't hear the full sound spectrum. In actual fact, we are very limited in our perception by the mind and the senses. And this is changing. Certainly every 26,000 years we have this opportunity to expand our conscious awareness, raise our consciousness, and develop more of our human potential. And it's happening right now. The madness that we see, people doing crazy things. Even people who are on the spiritual path, including me, I would like to think that I am, we get sucked into the drama of life. This seems to be the inherent trap of the third density. We're in a physical body, we are governed by so many physical things, and it's so easy for us to get caught up in politics, in deception, lies, misinformation, wanting to put the world right. So we know best. And I don't think we really know very much. We have glimpses of the big picture. We know a little bit here, a little bit there, and we are trying to fathom it all out. And some of us, and I must admit I have been part of this, we feel that we have the solution, and so we ram it down at people's throats and we say, well, this is the way it is, and in actual fact it isn't. It may be partially the way it is, but the full picture, we're still aspiring to that great state of consciousness where we can actually perceive the big picture, the matrix, everything. And at the moment, most of us do not. So we get sucked into the dramas of everyday life because there are forces that are trying to prevent us from ascending in consciousness. It is the old battle between light and dark. Dark doesn't like light. It's painful. So keep the light at bay. Keep it suppressed. Let's keep the light out of the picture and everything's fine. And the light people say, no, we are going to come forward, and there is a battle. And the battle is subtle. The battle is so extremely subtle that we don't even know what is happening, what the enemy is, who the enemy is, and very often the enemy is our own ego. believing that we are doing something that is for the highest good of all. And unfortunately, there is a saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So my somber caution to me and everybody out there, let us follow the path that will lead us to raise our consciousness. Let us contribute the very best we can, but be absolutely aware that we are not sucked in to the trauma drama of this physical realm, physical creation. The trauma drama of those people who really are doing their best to suck us into their drama and their trauma. Also, we are resolving past lives, karma, all sorts of things in a very short time in this lifetime for those who desire it. It's very challenging, it's very tough, it's very, very difficult. And it's very often that we can get caught up. Sometimes we even lose our way. I speak from my own experience. So I share this somber caution that I feel that I'm directing at myself for everybody out there. And the next video will be much more uplifting. I know that we are doing our best. But it is also important to know that we're not always correct. Measure twice, cut once. Think about it, feel it before we enter into dialogues. I'm talking about myself as well. Before we argue, before we dictate to the world, this is the way it is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And maybe we're only partially correct. So let us be cautious, let us be loving, let us be patient and tolerant, and let us evolve even further. Until next time, thank you. Bye.